What's it like to take a road trip with a 911? Stick around because today we're going to find out. Good morning. As mentioned, today we are taking a road trip with my 911. We're going to see how it does in that capacity. This is what I'm considering my first official road trip. It's not a super long trip. We're going about 3 hours up to Cleveland, Ohio, and 3 hours back tomorrow. When I get there, I'm going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then after that, the brand new Beachwood Porsche dealer. And then tonight, the whole reason for the trip in the first place is that my friend performs with the Cleveland Orchestra and Chorus, and them in conjunction with the Cleveland Orchestra are performing Carmina Burana at the Blossom Music Center. Blossom is an outdoor music center, and it is going to be about 90 degrees tonight, about 7 p.m. And then tomorrow morning, we're having brunch, and then on my way home, I'm stopping in Canton, Ohio at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm a huge Steelers fan, and then about 3 hours home. About a 500-mile round trip. I'm currently going up I-71. It is 9:26 a.m. and it is already 83 degrees. So it's going to be a hot day. So far the car is doing great. I have the new Continental tires on, as mentioned in my last video. And although they're definitely not through the break-in yet, they are definitely a step up in comfort and quietness as compared to the Pirellis that came on the car. We'll see how they are tomorrow on my way back as I'm getting through the break-in period. Also, I realized that in all of my Porsche videos, well, like 3 so far, but I've been wearing this Guards Red Club Porsche shirt, and I promise I do own other shirts, but I just think it's a cool shirt. I like kind of more subtle Porsche stuff, not so in your face, and this is more of a if you know, you know kind of shirt. I have no affiliation with the website, but I just think it's kind of a cool concept. Guards Red Club, I've got a Guards Red 911, so if you're interested in any of that, check out their stuff, guardsredclub.com. Cool stuff. Here we are coming towards downtown Cleveland, almost there. GPS says another 7 minutes to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Progressive Field where the Guardians play on the left.
Exit right to exit 195 8 East 9th.
That's right off the exit. Now we just need to find some parking. So we made it up to Cleveland. It was really not a bad drive, and I got some shots out in front of the museum, and this parking lot, which is empty, shockingly, as you can see, on a Saturday afternoon at, well, noon, is literally right across the street from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So we come out of the parking lot, and there's the Guardian Stadium over there, and the Rock Hall of Fame right there. Hall of Fame done, great museum, lots of cool stuff there. And now on to the new Porsche dealer in Beachwood. All right, arriving at Porsche Beachwood.
You've arrived at your destination.
Where they have a huge inventory compared to my local dealers. Look at all these cars. Beachwood Porsche has a gorgeous dealer. It is huge. They have a ton of cars. Car here that is being delivered. GT4 RS being delivered. So Porsche Beachwood, super cool dealer. New dealer, they have a ton of selection here. And if we go over here, they have a window that oversees their whole shop. Let me show you that. So you can sit up here and watch your car be worked on. Pretty cool. They have a bunch of seating areas And this is their upstairs, where they have a bunch of cars. And their downstairs has a bunch also. They've got a huge selection outside. They have a couple areas for snack and beverage. Here's some of the other cars they have upstairs. 25 Turbo S. They've got this gorgeous Shark Blue GT3. 2022. Cards Red Cayman. GT4 RS. They've got a bunch of GT cars. Just left Beachwood Porsche. It's a beautiful dealer, as you saw. Huge dealer, new dealer, lots of selection, a lot of GT cars. And I met a guy that was taking delivery of his in Shark Blue, which is one of my favorite Porsche colors. Congratulations to him. I am now on my way over to the hotel. I'm gonna take a shower and change, and then head over to Blossom to see my friend perform. Got a view out the back, okay. But yeah, not a bad room. Plenty for one of me for one night. Heading over to Blossom, I have a different shirt on. It's my hiking beaver shirt from Smartwool. Love this shirt. Heading back to my hotel, windows open, as you can see, because it ended up being a beautiful night. The humidity died down, the heat died down, the rain held off. It ended up being a great night. The performance was amazing. The Cleveland Orchestra, Cleveland Orchestra Chorus, the children's chorus that was there, the soloists. First time I got to see Carmina live, other than when I performed it, which was not with an orchestra. So I am so glad I came up here. I got to see my friend perform for the first time. She's been inviting me for a long time. And Carmina seemed like a great reason to come up and see it. And again, I'm so glad I made the trip up here. So if you are anywhere near Cleveland, totally recommend stop by and see a performance of the Cleveland Orchestra and Chorus, because they're one of the best in the country. I am headed back to the hotel, and tomorrow morning I've got brunch with my friend, and then I'm going to head to the Football Hall of Fame, and then 3 hours back home. So I will catch you then. Good night. So morning, heading to breakfast. A little bit humid today, but not bad. There's the car. For a small trip, just a backpack. Packing, no big deal. All right. So I went to breakfast, the Blue Door Cafe. Great little breakfast place my friend selected. She did not want to be YouTube famous, but say hi to her in the comments. And now I am
at
almost
the roundabout, turn left on George Hollis Drive Northwest.
Right here at the Football Hall of Fame. I've performed here in the stadium, what used to be Fawcett Stadium, a bunch of times, which is over there. And
in 500 feet, turn right.
There we are. Not yet.
Turn right.
And here is the Football Hall of Fame.
In 600 feet, you'll arrive at Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Football Hall of Fame, Canton,
You've arrived at
Ohio.
your destination.
All right, great visit to the Hall of Fame, my second of the museum visits for the trip. And I am now gonna start making my way home, stopping by at my friend's suggestion, Grandpa's Cheesebarn. I hear it's exciting, so we'll see. About an hour to there, and then another 2 hours to get home after that. This is some rural Ohio driving at its best. I'm on 250, almost to the famed Grandpa's Cheesebarn. My friend talked it up, and we're gonna go have a look at it. About 3 miles from here. But beautiful Sunday drive through the trees and the hills here.
Turn right.
Here we are, Grandpa's Cheesebarn. This is interesting looking. Let's do the roundabout here, just for fun.
You've arrived at your destination.
And we'll back in. Always back in. All right, let's go get some cheese. I'm freshly home from my little 2-day mini trip, and my pre-trip Google Maps calculation said it was going to be about 500 miles, and my stats per the car was that it was 519 miles over 10 hours with an average fuel economy of 29.1 miles per gallon, which for a sports car, I will take. The tires, as I mentioned in my last video, they were still pretty new when I left, and when I first picked up the car with the new tires on, they were definitely slippery, going over even some mild turns. But my internet research said there was going to be about a 500 mile break-in on them, which I am now definitely at. And coming home today, I took a 270-degree highway on-ramp at pretty good speed, and there was no slippage. Comfort and noise-wise, these tires compared to the Pirelli P0s are a vast improvement. So much more comfortable, so much quieter, and for the performance driving that I would say I'm not doing, which is to say I'm not tracking the car, this is a daily driver, they're great. I definitely consider it a win, and you can do the comfort setting on the pressure. Comfort-wise for the car itself, space-wise, it was just an overnight trip, so I just took a backpack that I threw in the back seat and a couple other small things with my cameras and stuff. So space-wise, I had no problem. I did learn on my trip home from New York that the frunk holds 2 carry-on size pieces of luggage with a little space to spare. So as long as you don't need huge bag space for your trip, this car is going to be function fine space-wise. And then comfort of the car, these seats were plenty comfortable. Would my X5 over here next to me have been more comfortable? Probably, but this was not uncomfortable for the experience. For 10 hours of driving, I wouldn't hesitate to do it again. So if you're considering taking your 911 on a road trip, I wholly recommend it. Thank you to my friend for inviting me to see her perform. It was an amazing performance last night. I got to hit up a couple Hall of Fames. I had breakfast with her this morning. Grandpa's Cheesebarn on the way home. I appreciate you all coming with me, watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.